Hey everyone, Drekkie here, and I just wanted to revisit the Thieye T5e because I have a couple more comments on it that I didn't mention in the original video. So, as you may know, I was gone away on a trip for the last month, and I brought the Thieye as my sole action camera. I didn't bring any of the other cameras I have. The reason I did that is because the video footage from the Thieye is the best out of all the cameras I have, save for the SJ7 Star, which is the same. Since I had extra batteries for the Thieye, well, it made sense that that was the camera I brought. Well, in terms of video footage, I still think the video quality is overall excellent in the daytime, and even pretty good in low light. That wasn't what annoyed me with the camera. What I wanted to tell you is that this camera has a problem where it resets the date and time anytime the battery is pulled. My particular copy even does it sometimes at random, and that is extremely frustrating, especially since the camera's battery only lasts about 45 minutes with continual recording. That means that midway through a shoot, I have to pull out the battery and then go through the painfully slow menus in order to reset the date and time. I like to sort my shots by day and see what was taken when, so having to do that and having some shots out of order, it just doesn't roll with me. That being said, the Thieye is still one of my favorite cameras despite this issue, because for the most part when I'm shooting around home, I don't ever have to change the battery, so it's something I don't have to deal with. Also, if the Thieye included an external charger for the second battery, I would be much happier with the camera. Reliability of the Thieye has actually been pretty high throughout my trip. There was only one time when it missed a shot that I needed, and that was more my fault than anything. Overall, I haven't had any issues with the camera overheating that other users have reported. The camera seems consistently good for whatever I use it for, whether it's kayaking or water slides or just general walking around. It's true that the stabilization is not as good as other more expensive cameras, but considering that people pay hundreds of dollars for GoPros that don't have stabilization, having that feature at this price point is still a very good thing to me, even if it isn't the best stabilization. I ended up shooting my entire trip in 1080p 30 and 60 because I wanted the stabilization on. The last thing I wanted to mention is the size of the camera. The reason that this camera is not my primary day-to-day camera is because of its bigger size. I have two accessories that are meant for GoPros. One of them is a handheld gimbal in order to stabilize handheld footage, and the other one is my quadcopter, which has a GoPro mount on it. And unfortunately, because this camera is a little bit bigger than a GoPro, it doesn't fit in either. And so that's why I'm supplementing a lot of my footage with SJ7 Star instead of this camera, because for the most part the cameras look the same in terms of the footage they record. The SJ7 is a little bit on the brighter side, but they do match, so I can get away with doing that and not having to do any color editing to match things up. But it's just a little bit frustrating that this camera wasn't a tiny bit smaller. It's literally millimeters. Anyways, overall, if this is a camera you're looking at, I can still recommend it, as long as you're okay with those two issues. If you're the kind of person who's constantly recording and going through multiple batteries, the date and time thing might just wreck the camera for you. But if you're the kind of person who shoots a little bit at a time, then maybe uses a battery bank to recharge, then shoots a little bit more, it'll be fine for you as it is. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If you want to support me, you can always use my affiliate links in the description to purchase the camera. I get a little bit of a kickback from that.